we're trying to find out who is who. And appears that Sam won the die roll.
So whoever's going first is...
yeah, whoever goes first. This kid looks very young.
Yeah.
Doing very good at
yeah, I mean,
PTQ.
usually when I play at a Magic tournament, I'm one of the youngest people in the room, but this kid is very, very young.
Yeah, probably looks
very impressive. And he's actually the control player in this matchup.
Oh, is he? He's the control player?
He is. Where's the other deck?
Are we sure?
Yeah, he is the control player. So that is Oliver is the youngster over here playing blue-white control.
Wow.
A very tough deck to play, indeed.
Yeah, for sure. I'm impressed.
I am also impressed.
I could be wrong, but this kid looks like he's barely double digits in age. Oliver's looking at his hand.
What's his name? Sam.
I think Oliver likes his hand.
Okay, so it appears that Oliver is keeping his hand and Sam is on a mulligan to 6 here. And yeah, I agree with it completely. I mean, very young kid, very one of the harder decks to play in the format for sure. Definitely doing a lot more than turning guys sideways.
Yeah, if any of you guys know anything about this kid, any of his backstory or whatever, feel free to comment. You see the kid? The kid is like 10.
And we are off to the races here, and it's just basically a land-go game right here. Scavenging Ooze to play for Sam, followed by a Azurius Charm and a turn to Cantrip for Oliver.
Yeah, Scavenging Ooze is one of those cards that, right here, it's just not very impressive against the blue-white decks. It's definitely better held for later on where it can find creatures to eat.
Scavenging Ooze in for 2, and Oliver is just going to take that, going down to 18. Cantripping again and then a turn.
This kid definitely would prefer to sculpt his hand than double bounce that Scavenging Ooze.
I feel like Oliver is just waiting for a verdict because that Scavenging Ooze just stays around. He's fine with that because it gives him time to assemble his hand. But if a verdict comes around, it's going to be really good. And here's a Boonsaker for Sam at the end of Oliver's turn.
That could be a big play.
Yeah, now he's coming in for 6 instead of 2. Sam in for 6.
Wonder if Oliver's regretting these Azorius Charm cycles now.
Oliver's just going to take it and drop to 12. Pass the turn from Sam, not wanting to commit any more to this board.
Yeah, we'll see. He does have double white and a blue up, so he could verdict if he had it.
It looks like he is verdicting. There's the Supreme Verdict. And and that will clear the board for right now.
Wants to get his 2-for-1 in.
But it appears that a Boon Satyr will be, a second Boon Satyr for Sam at end of turn. That is not what Oliver
wanted to see. Yeah, that card is just
there.
so good against these decks.
Yeah.
And the feed is telling us that Oliver was a Yu-Gi-Oh! World finalist last year. I don't know if that's true, but that's what they're saying.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. And Oliver's going to take 6 from the Mutavault and the Boon Satyr, dropping him down to 6. That's lethal next turn if he does not have something.
You never know. It is his 6th turn, right? He could have...
this could be an Elspeth.
Yeah, this could be an Elspeth.
Yes, he does have Elspeth.
He has a lot of cards in hand. We can't really
Elspeth.
See.
The question is, does he have the land and the Elspeth? Oliver plays his land and opts to Detention Sphere targeting the Boon Satyr.
It's not terrible. I mean, there's not a whole lot that Sam can do with the end step with 2 mana.
Oliver passes turn. That is a Pelucranos for Sam during his main phase.
A Pelucranos?
That is a Pelucranos.
He's a big body. His monstrous effect isn't going to do a whole lot in this matchup.
He's going to 1-for-1 a Verdict in order to get rid of that Pelucranos. And I actually like this play because casting his Elspeth could just leave him dead on board to that Pelucranos' fighting effect.
Yeah, this also is just a complete time walk there.
Sam's going to shock himself, which cannot be good for Oliver right now, giving him access to 6 mana. No, 5 mana. Oh, and a Dissolve on the Storm Breath.
Yeah, that was pretty big. Oliver's definitely very decisive. He's playing very fast. Faster than most of the much older players we've been watching today.
And Sam's kind of in a rut right now. I mean, he had the pressure he needed before, but Oliver's just had all the answers for everything Sam's wanted.
Yeah. He's already answered 5 creatures.
Here comes a Gore Clan Rampager just being cast. Oliver is going to Sphinx's Revelation and pick up 5 new cards and then gain 5 life back up to 11.
Yeah, Sam can't be happy about this. Again, I mean...
This is crazy.
Anytime you just draw 5 cards and your opponent only has 1 creature in play and you get to untap, you're probably in excellent shape.
Oliver pondering his play here as he has so many options inevitably with that many cards.
He passes back. Who knows? Maybe he has just another Revelation. He's just going to chain him and not care. I'm pretty sure these types of decks are packing Elixir now.
In for 4 comes the Rampager, and Oliver just does not have an answer for this, as he will drop to 7. I mean...
Either that or he just doesn't care.
I mean... Oh, and it is another Revelation. He will gain 6 more life up from 7 and go back up to 13. And that is 6 new cards for Oliver. He has drawn a whopping 14 cards over the past 2 turns. $13. Off by 1. Man, get me out of here.
What do you think he's going to do here?
He's organizing his mana. I think we're going to see an Elspeth right now.
Yeah, I mean, even Elspeth just blow up that guy isn't bad. Oh, another
he's
Verdict.
1-for-1 a Verdict.
That's 3 of them gone already. If Sam ends up clogging up the board, it might be hard for Oliver to clear it again now.
It's also notable that Sam has 4 main board Domeries, and a Domery resolving could get Sam right back in this game.
Yeah.
And Oliver's going to discard down and pass the turn back after that burst.
Yeah, Sam's definitely not out of it, but I mean, at this late in the game, this many lands in play, Oliver having a full hand, only being at 13 life.
Sam is going to tap a green and most likely go for an Elvish Mystic here. Nope, animating Mutavault in for 2. And that Mutavault is going to be met by Oliver's Mutavault, and we will trade. Followed up by the Elvish Mystic.
No cards in his hand?
He's got 1.
Yeah, I think Sam has 1 card in his hand here, too. Oliver's probably
Oliver places his
full
land,
hand.
taps 4, and there is Jace. Oliver's going to plus up Jace and pass turn.
What do you think about that there? The plus on the Jace.
I think I like the plus on Jace, because if Oliver doesn't have a win con, ultimating Jace and go and get, a Stormbreath Dragon out of your opponent's deck is no joke. Or a Felucranos or something like that.
It's fair, yeah, especially if he's struggling to find a win condition. But, I mean, on the other side, he does have, he could have drawn 3, or, Faction Fiction for 3, and still had Mutavault to block with.
I do not like that play at all by casting the Gorkland Rampager. He could have swung at Jace and put Jace down to 1.
And probably got a Mutavault off the table.
Yeah, and probably got a Mutavault off the table. I mean, he could have played into Azorius Charm during that, but he's going to have to play through those eventually. And Jace is going to plus, and Oliver's going to play a Scryland, as we've seen earlier in Max Tietz's build, playing black just for the Scry.
I think that's a little backwards, but try first.
Quicken and then a turn to draw a card, and he's going to quicken a Divination to draw 2 cards.
Yeah, this was my 3rd choice.
Yeah, I mean, Oliver's just got all the cards this game.
And
he is burying Sam in card advantage.
I think that Jace is at a reasonable amount of counters, too. I think that thing is at 7.
This game will be over quickly. We don't know how yet, but it'll be over soon.
Is there Xenagos in his deck? There's 2 Xenagos. I saw a Planeswalker on the top of his library.
Yeah, I mean, he's got...
He opts not to cast it.
He's got Xenagos. He has a Caller of the Beasts in his deck. He has some powerful
and
draws.
Oliver plays a land, but chooses not to activate Jace that turn.
That must have just been a little hiccup there.
And there is the Planeswalker I saw, Xenagos. I believe Oliver is probably going to counter this with his Dissolve.
If that is a Dissolve.
Xenagos is
it
must
have not been a Dissolve.
No, it's
Either that or he
definitely a
doesn't
Dissolve.
care. Well, he does have a Detention Sphere in his hand.
Yeah.
And it only makes a 2/2. It's not very threatening.
In comes the Centaur. Deciding whether to activate Mutavault or not. I believe he only has 7 cards in hand right now, Oliver. He discarded last turn. Last breath on the Centaur, putting Sam back up to 22. And a Detention Sphere for the Xenagos.
Yeah. This is just impressive play. I mean, Oliver has played faster than anyone else we've watched today.
Yeah, he truly knows this deck inside and out. But here's the Stormbreath Dragon, which Oliver actually has held the Dissolve for. Very good play on Oliver's part, having the counter left up for the Stormbreath.
How many Dissolves does he have in his list?
And he's ultimating Jace. He's going to pick up his opponent's library like it's nothing and go to town, but Sam is going to concede, so Oliver does not see his deck list. So Oliver is going to win that match 1-0.
No, he won that game 1-0.
Or won that game 1-0. I know. It's only been 6 rounds, too. I still got 4 more plus the top 8.
Yeah, definitely.
3 more plus 10.
Beautiful. Right standing here, right in the middle of beautiful, majestic downtown Catskill. gotta do. Walk up to the front door and
Okay, let's look at the sideboards for this game. What do you think Sam's gonna bring in?
I like Rurik Thar. He's got Rurik Thar. He's got 4 Mistcutter Hydras. They're probably going to be very good. He also has 2 Chandra Pyromasters. I like those. Yeah, for sure. I think those are good. I could see him taking out his 2 Mizium Mortars, probably his 2 Flesh and Blood, maybe even a Scavenging Ooze. I'm not 100% sure on that, but like for sure he's going to want his Planeswalker and his Rurik Thar and Mistcutters. Some combination of that.
Oliver actually plays Blood Baron of Viscopa in his sideboard. You know, he's using those black sources to scry, but also for Blood Baron.
That's
I don't see that
cute.
coming in this matchup, as it does get mortars. But
yeah, but honestly, I think the Mortars is coming out.
yeah,
Especially since Sam has probably got him pinned for blue-white right now.
I think I like bringing in Celestial Flare, maybe some number of Blood Barons. I like bringing in Negate for the Planeswalkers, for maybe countering a turn 3 Domri.
Well, that's another thing. He didn't see Domri, so he doesn't know it's there yet.
I think you can assume that if they're playing Xenagos, they're probably playing Domri, though.
Maybe.
Pithing Needle, possibly. Yeah, probably just about that.
Yeah, it didn't. Honestly, it just didn't seem like there was a whole lot he needed. He just like drew, what he wanted that game.
So Oliver played very well that game, although he did forget to plus his Jace once, but it did not matter as Jace ultimated and his opponent conceded. So we're going to game 2 here with Oliver up a game and Sam most likely on the play. Do we have anything on table 2? Do we have any information on table 2?
On the players? There's,
Yeah.
James Johnson. Yeah, I don't think. Let me take a look.
We're going to try to find out some information about what's happening over at the second table right now.
Yeah, no, they have not told us. They might still be in game 1. I'll ask the table judge.
Okay, and the players are cutting decks and presenting and are ready for game 2.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sam is gonna want to play here pretty bad, and he's probably gonna try to find a turn 2 Domri hand.
I mean, Sam had, short of the turn 2 Domri, one of the better draws his deck can get with the Boon Satyrs, but it just didn't matter. Oliver just had the timely verdict in the 1-for-1s.
Yeah, and he played. He definitely.
Ooh, and Sam on the Mulda 6.
But yeah, in that first game, Oliver, he definitely, he played very, very quickly, but also patient as to when to do what. I mean, he just decided to snap cycle, and kept taking the damage.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Sam mulligan the first game as well? I believe he did.
I'm not 100% sure. All right, let's see if he likes this one better.
6 new cards here. Trying to draw 7. That's not happening.
It could just be that he, snap mulliganed that hand because he felt it wasn't aggressive enough.
And I see a hand of lands and planeswalkers here.
That sounds like a good hand.
Oliver going to be playing those scry lands we've been seeing all day to, manipulate his library.
Yeah, ball shock sorcerer killed every single card. All you did was 1/1 to 6/1. It's a random 6/1.
Spike Bellows? What? Spike Bellows? I don't even know it was a red creature. Spike Bellows.
Yeah, my ball shock sorcerer.
Samus just has triple forest and nothing going on over there.
And then I get a 6.
It appears he doesn't have red mana for his walkers.
Oh yeah, they both mulligan game 1.
Oh, they both mulligan game 1. Oh, and that is a Mistcutter Hydra on 2.
Yeah, those guys are definitely very good in this matchup.
But it is going to get last breath, and that is a fantastic play for Oliver.
Yeah, one of his few real answers outside of a verdict for that guy.
Sam's going to go back up to 24 here. There's a red mana for Sam, and a pass of the turn. Land for Oliver. And Jace Memory Adept minusing, revealing Azurius Charm, and land. So he's getting an Azurius Charm out of this, most likely.
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly thought. Yeah, he's definitely getting either 2 Azorius Charms or an Azorius Charm and a land, for sure.
If I'm Sam here, I'd probably give him the 2 Azurius Charms and hope that he just doesn't have a 5th land. But yeah, and that's what he does. And Oliver's probably going to just pick up those 2 Azurius Charms here.
Yep.
No, Oliver takes the land. So, correct call by Sam.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
That's a big tell.
Maybe he felt that they weren't going to be very good if he was facing down Mistcutter, Hydras, and Planeswalkers.
Very, very true. Oliver's going to play that Temple he had for turn, and he's going to bottom the card he sees.
In our side match, it seems as James Johnson is down a game.
So James Johnson, opponent, is 1 game 1. Sam tapping 4, and that is a Xenagos.
Let's see what Oliver's going to do about it.
Jace did plus last turn, so that Satyr will only be hitting Jace for 1 if it hits.
Dissolve.
Dissolve on the Xenagos, scrying 1. Bottoming that one, it appears.
Looks like he's still thinking about it.
Draws for turn. Jace is going to downtick. See 3 new cards. Revelation, Revelation, and Verdict. Wow.
Very, very good.
That is like Sam's worst nightmare right there.
Yeah, and I think Sam has to give him...
I mean...
If he has to give him a Revelation and a Verdict, I don't think he can give him double
2
Revelations.
Revelations. Yeah, you can't give him double Revelation. That's just handing him the game on a silver platter.
He might, though. It looks like that's what he's doing.
He can't do that. That just seems so wrong. Like, with 5 mana when you know he's land shorted? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Oliver's just going to snap take that and then, just pass turn.
Yeah, I mean, he also...
No, he's going to Revelate main phase to try to get a land drop.
Oh, for sure.
That'll put Oliver up to 22 here.
And as far as he's concerned, that's almost an extra Revelation. And Sam's going to be able to... resolve anything he wants next turn.
The question is, will it be good enough against another Revelation in the Wings?
Oh, yeah, he did find the land.
He did find the land, the Temple of Deceit, and to play tap, scrying. So 4 mana, is it a second Xenagos? No, it's a Chandra hitting Jace for 1. And then an Elvish Mystic.
Yeah, we already do know that he has a sphere in his hand, so the Chandra is probably not going to stay in the table.
Yeah, Chandra's
or
one
it
of
could
those
stay
cards
around
they control.
for a little bit. Oh,
but that is an Elspeth, and that very much will race the Chandra.
Yeah, that's a big game, for sure.
I mean, Chandra can ping Elspeth down by 1 to keep it stagnant and hit a token, but that's still 2 tokens every turn.
Yeah.
And that also prevents him from gaining card advantage with Chandra.
And you also have to remember he has he still has the detention sphere in his hand
Yeah,
if he wanted
I mean,
to use it.
That is certainly relevant.
Yep, he makes the play.
Did he shoot Elspeth or did he shoot Oliver?
I imagine he shot Elspeth. I mean, Oliver is at 20,
Elspeth comes in
22.
with 4, so I believe he did shoot Oliver there.
Yeah, he must have.
In comes an Elspeth, and that will trade with a token, but so he thinks. But Boon Satyr is going to be coming in and grab itself onto that Elvish Mystic to make it a 5-3.
Two, 3, yep. There's a detention
Sphere on
sphere.
Chandra. Yep.
If he
that
wanted
gets
to,
her.
he can minus that Elspeth and blow up this guy, but I don't think it's a worthwhile play just because the Boon Satyr doesn't actually die.
Sam is going to drop down to 23 from that hit by the token, and Oliver's going to make 3 more tokens.
He's just going to make 3 more redukes. Elspeth is definitely a very hard card to answer once it's on the table,
Certainly.
especially for this this green-red deck that doesn't have access to cards like Hero's Downfall or Detention Sphere or anything like that.
Absolutely. Mizium Mortar's overloaded to get rid of the tokens and allow him to swing at Elspeth. Mizium Mortar's overloaded is going to resolve. And there goes the Mystic at Elspeth for 5, knocking her down to 1.
That was pretty good.
That was a good play on Sam's part. The question is, though, that Elspeth still is going to make 3 more tokens this turn.
Yeah, I think he's going to need Oliver to tap out again and to be able to repeat the play to really get anywhere.
Oliver is holding Supreme Verdict Revelation and a number of unknown cards.
What you've done to address that issue is right and explain
3 mana, and that is a Domri Raid. Not a card that Oliver likes to see on the other side of the table. That Domri is going to +1. That's going to reveal a red card.
I think it was a Storm Breath.
Yeah, that seems pretty good also. And we are playing Blood and Flesh or something and something.
Playing, Flesh and Blood.
To kill the Elspeth over there.
Seems good.
Elspeth is off the table, but the question remains, has it already done enough? And he's going to Team Black that Mystic to get it off the table, and Boon Satyr's back there.
I was going to say, I think
Revelation
this is a turn for the
4.
second Rev.
Putting Oliver back up to 25 and showing him 4 brand new cards.
Going to untap for the 5th brand new card and look for a way to pull himself out of this mess.
Well, I think he's going to be playing a land if he got
It looks like
one.
he has another Sphinx's Rev in his hand.
That seems certainly very good right now. I see a Mutavault that he drew.
Yeah, he definitely has
That
another
seems
land.
pretty
He
good
definitely
right
has
now.
another land to make for this turn, for sure. It looks like our Game 2 match, James Johnson loses
So James Johnson has been defeated.
To Chris Butcher.
To Chris Butcher. Chris Butcher has defeated James Johnson 2-0. For all you Chris Butcher fans out there.
Yeah, piloting red deck wins versus Mono Blue Devotion.
So the red deck moves on to 4-1, right?
Yeah, and that's I believe that's
no
really
5-1. This is round 6.
5-1. I believe that's a really tough matchup for red decks.
Yeah, I mean Master Waves just does so much work. And we see Oliver has 1-for-1 to Sphinx's Revelation in order to kill that Boon Satyr, and is currently deciding what he wants to keep in his hand. However, Domery Raid is still on the other side of the table. And
Oh wow, they missed it. The Mizium Mortars could have never been overloaded because there was never a third red mana.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, we missed that one. Stormbreath Dragon comes down, but is met by a dissolve. Yeah, I'm apologizing to the chat right now. We are not able to catch some of this stuff right now. It's been a long day. That Domery's plussing its way up here.
Yeah, that is definitely a big
Kinda
deal,
late.
a big game changer too, because that Elspeth would probably still be in play.
Yeah, that was definitely huge right there. Sam Dumanis just, able to cast that. And that Domery's up
we
to
contacted
6.
the judge. The judge said it is too late.
7 mana here for a Mistcutter Hydra on 6. That is not good. That's going to come across the board for 6 and put Oliver down at 19, but it can be answered by a verdict. But Oliver has a Revelation for 6, so he's just going to fog himself basically and stay at 25.
Yeah, Oliver is staying resilient in this game. He's still at 25 life and lots of cards. I don't think he's even close to out of this. Intention Sphere on the Domri to start.
That's certainly a good one.
Let's see what he wants to do with the rest of his lands. Four. It looks like he's putting aside mana for a Supreme Verdict. I know he has one.
Supreme Verdict number 3. Taking care of that Hydra.
No, it's could be smooth sailing for Oliver here. I mean, Sam only has
Oliver's
2 cards in
having
his
a
hand.
colorless to play an Elixir.
Elixir is going to be very powerful here, seeing as how he already played 3 Sphinx's Revelations.
Scrying for 1. Opting to bottom that card. Passing the turn. Did Oliver discard down? Yeah, he did. Yes. Oh my God! It's a Garrick Caller of Beasts. Jeremy Tibbetts invitational card.
I do like Garrick Caller of Beasts.
It is gonna flip over 5 new cards.
And it's founding 3 creatures, looks like. Mistcutter, Holocranos, and a Sylvan Caryatid.
And that has just undone so much of the work that that Oliver has put in this game. You know, even when he deals with the Garrick, he's still got to deal with those 3 cards that he normally wouldn't see for the
Yeah,
next 4 or 5
definitely,
turns.
definitely the most powerful card in Sam's deck. One of.
And Mutavolt comes across for 2, knocking Oliver down to 23 and 23 all this game. This is our longest game yet.
See what he's got.
Oliver has an Elspeth.
He's got another Elspeth.
That is a foil Elspeth. Oliver will put out 3 tokens, but the question is, will that be enough against the army that he's facing down on his opponent's side of the board?
They are white tokens, so they can definitely block that Mistcutter.
Is that Mistcutter trample or no? It's just haste and pro blue.
He's just haste and pro blue.
Bobby. X1. And Garrick is going to minus. No, Garrick got hit by something.
I believe he got hit by Mutavaults.
Yeah, Garrick got hit by 2 Mutavaults. Okay.
Maybe it was just 1 Mutavault. And we have 11 minutes left in the round. Sam's
We currently have 11 minutes left in this round. We can just confirm that here. So this game could very well end in the draw.
Or possibly even a 1-0 win.
And it could really come down to the judge not seeing that, the judge and the players not noticing that that Mizium orders. I mean, that Elspeth could still be out and this game could be over. And Garrick just picks up 3
more
new
creatures.
things. Pelucros, Hydra, and Stormbreath. This is not what Oliver wants to see at all.
No, Oliver really, he's going to have to make a run at trying to get that Garrick off the table. He'll probably crack this Elixir end step right here. Unless he has a Dissolve in his hand. Yeah.
It's also relevant to know that Elspeth can kill all of those threats.
Yep.
Stormbreath may have pro white, but Elspeth will still kill it as well as the Hydra and the Pelucranos. And here is a Stormbreath attacking Elspeth down to 1. Stormbreath resolves and hits Elspeth. Elspeth is down to 1.
Pass the turn. Let's see if he
Azurius Charm into turn to draw a card.
He's going first cycle here instead of the Elixir.
Not much really happening right now.
Oliver's got a verdict here? Oh, it's
no,
another
he's got a Jace. Jace is gonna dig, and Jace is gonna see land.
If it was me, yeah, I'd make that split.
Yeah, that's the correct split. And Oliver's gonna take the Scry land, hoping to scry away the bad cards here. Oliver plays his land for the turn, scries. Choose to leave it. That's a good sign for him. Activate both his Mutavaults. He is going to swing it.
Oh yeah, he wants that. He wants that Garrick dead and gone.
Did he swing everybody at Garrick, or?
For sure.
Yeah, he swung everybody at Garrick. No life total changes. And also that's going to plus up himself again.
Yeah, it looks like he also doesn't have an answer for that Storm Breath.
Yeah. As he's at 23 life and he has a full grip, that Storm Breath becoming monstrous can do a lot of damage quickly.
Yeah. Either that or he's, or maybe because given the situation with the Elixir and the fact that he has to attack the Elspeth, maybe he is just in a position to actually race the Storm Breath here.
Yeah,
He does have double Mutavault and 6 tokens.
Not to mention that Jace +1 is going to slow that Storm Breath clock.
Yeah, and he can attack him back for 10 next turn.
But you also have to realize that Sam has a...
He has creatures in
he
his
has
hand.
creatures in his hand, and he has Immutable in play.
But he can't also monstrous and play them.
You're right. We are not in an infinite mana world right now. If Omniscience was on the table for both players, Sam would definitely be winning this game.
Yeah,
And a Destructive Revelry on the Detention Sphere that's on Domri, setting Domri free here. And that's going to deal 2 to Oliver from the Destructive Revelry, dropping him down to 21.
No, it's not. It's killing Elspeth.
Oh, he redirected the damage to Elspeth, even better. Good call. Oliver's going to Essence Scatter that Storm Breath, and he's going to take 4 from that Storm Breath. Well, 3 because he minus Chase last turn, so 4. So he's going to go to 19 here.
Kind of surprised it didn't take down the Jace instead.
Yeah. Let's not be really worried about the Jace. And Oliver's going to point 4 at Domri and 1 at Sam. Domri's going to hit the dust, and Sam is going to take 1 damage and go to 22 here. And Jace minuses and kills itself. And Dissolve versus 2 lands, Oliver picks up the Dissolve.
Kind of surprised he hasn't popped that Elixir yet.
Yeah, I think he's really waiting for maximum
Yeah,
value.
he's got. I mean, he's got pretty much all of his good spells in there.
There's a second Jace.
If I'm him, I like popping the Elixir and then using Jace. But instead he pluses it, which is fine too.
Exo?
No, I just lost.
Oh, you lost now. Capital Region ringer Phil Bertarelli just lost.
No longer undefeated.
No longer undefeated, but still in it for the top 8. And he had a
He's finally popping that Elixir.
he's popping that Elixir going to 24, and Celestial Flare just took care of that dragon. Certainly a good play for Oliver there.
Yeah, the whole game, this kid Oliver's been extremely resilient. Sam's been coming at him with everything he has, and really hasn't been able to get his life total down anywhere.
And Oliver has these tokens and all his mana untapped, and he can just start going to work on Sam's life total here. He's going to come in the red zone for 6 at Sam. And I believe Sam is just going to take this, yeah. Sam's going to drop down to 16 here.
Yeah, I don't think he cares that much.
You win? 1 more. Also, Tony Ramasamy has won his match. One more win, he will be able to double draw in the top 8 and have a chance to be coming back on the scene of the Pro Tour. Be sure to look out for him.
You drop already? I thought you were going to tell me my drop.
There's Pelukranos. And Pelukranos is down, but I don't know what he's going to do with this Pelukranos here.
Yeah, I don't think he cares too much. I mean, that Pelukranos isn't, he doesn't have trample or anything.
There's Xenagos. Xenagos resolves, makes a token.
I don't even anticipate that Xenagos sticking around. I mean, if Oliver wants to, he can have 8 attackers next turn.
And bam, oh my god, that is a big revelation. That is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards.
Not 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11 cards.
11 new cards for Oliver, and that's going to put him up to 36 life. It's like we're playing a game of EDH here.
Yeah. The Elixir of Immortality is basically turning into a win condition right now for Oliver.
And Oliver pretty much has every single answer right now, and he's got a detention sphere that Pelukranos.
Yeah, I think that's a solid play, because now you still just get to attack down the Xenagos.
And he's swinging 4 at Xenagos and 2 at Sam. Sam is gonna kill 1 token with a block, and Xenagos will bite the dust. It'll deal 1 damage to Sam, and Sam will drop down to 15. And here is the Elspeth back in action, reshuffle from the Elixir.
Oh yeah,
Really showing the power of Elixir of Immortality in this matchup.
Oh yeah, Elspeth number 3 this game.
Yeah. I mean,
And here's the Elixir back.
And there is the Elixir back again. Wow. 3 more tokens coming
Yeah,
out.
impressive.
And
I mean-
suddenly a game where Garrick was out for Sam and it seemed almost unwinnable if Oliver is in the reverse situation.
Yeah,
Like-
Oliver could be at 41 life right now if he wants to.
Yeah.
He just end step discarded a bunch of lands.
And Oliver just pitches all these lands, but honestly it doesn't matter what he's going to pitch because that Elixir is just going to shuffle it all back in.
Yeah, all he has to do is not die. He doesn't actually have to win this game either.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, as they just said in the chat, I mean, Oliver's up 1-0. I mean, he's fine just stabilizing it, but... And when there is a Pelukranos for Sam, but, you know, with the second Elspeth on the table, and Sam is just going to pack it in and just say, I've had enough. And Oliver is going to win 2-0 over Sam. And, you know, this little kid, you know, is really bringing the beats here. This is quite incredible.